usually at this time, we do motivation. And I really did want to talk about some things. So there's some topics I want to talk about. And I'm just going to give you some teasers, okay? One topic that I have coming down the pipeline, and you just never know when I'm going to do it. And it's going to be about generational PTSD. So often we talk about generational curses, we talk about breaking those chains, but we forget to deal with the generational trauma that so many of us have and have dealt with. Okay, so that's going to be one topic that's coming down the line. And then another topic that I have coming down the line is called, Are You an Imposter? So I just want to give you some teasers as to some future up and coming motivational talks that are going to be coming. I don't know when they're going to come. So if you want to hear them, I encourage you to plug in to the Chart and Sip every Saturday at 8 p.m. Central. But something I really want to talk about right now, so I'm not going to be long, but it's something that has been on my heart. And I feel that I would be remiss if I didn't discuss it. Because I want to see everybody winning. And sometimes, we're so focused on wanting to make sure we are winning that we can sometimes have an environment where people are still struggling and they are afraid to say they are struggling, or they're afraid to say they need help because they feel like they have to know it. And they feel as if them saying they need help is going to have us look down on them. And y'all, we are here to lift each other up, help build each other. If somebody is weak in one area, we're not going to celebrate that. We want to help you get strong. We want to build a community where people can be trusting. I was telling my daughter of this analogy. Now, my daughter was babysitting her nephew. And in the process of her babysitting her nephew, who's not even a month old, I don't think, or maybe he's 2 months old. Okay, let me get it right. He's 2 months old. And then she has her son, Carter, who's 2 years old, very child. I was telling her, we need to have the trust that her nephew, Cayenne, has. Because when she's watching him, he has no care in the world that he's in harm's way by Carter trying to pick him up, Carter trying to feed him, Carter trying to burp him. He doesn't have a clue. He lays peacefully in her arms and he's sleeping. And I was telling my daughter, that gave me the analogy of how he wants us to be. He wants us to trust him, irregardless of what chaos is going around in our lives. He wants us to trust him. And so by us trusting him, it is allowing us to rest in God's arm. And while he's ducking and dodging, like some superhero, bumping and dodging and blocking this and blocking that and blocking that. We need to be like that baby and just be at peace and be resting. And I think sometimes for some of us, we so much want this trading to work that we become impatient. We lose our trust. We lose the communication in our communities that are helping us and want to help us. We start self-sabotaging ourselves. We start doubting ourselves. We start going from one strategy to another strategy to another strategy. And then we're wondering why We are so busy struggling instead of just staying with the strategy and trusting. And then I think about the training, because I myself, I want this to work. But then I finally had that aha moment that for this to work, I've got to trust. Just like I'm trusting God on this journey, I got to trust my skills. I got to trust myself that, what's that saying? When you know, when you know, when you know. And what's understood don't have to be explained. You can have that confidence to go into the market and not be afraid. Because each time we go on that market and we use the same strategies over and over and over and over, don't you know you are building those muscles? You are building muscle memory. All strategies work, but pick a strategy. Pick 2 strategies. I want you guys to stick to your strategies, because when I know that we are in a market with Forex being a $6 trillion market, it's enough money in this market for all of us to eat and be fat, be merry, be a blessing, see the person that we bring on do better than us, create a legacy. And so if you've had a rough patch in the market this week, I want you to know you made it through the week. And because you made it through the week and you are here on this call, it tells me that you are a fighter, that you are a survivor, and it also tells me that you know that this works. And so I just really want to encourage you guys, don't give up. Use this community to help you strengthen your muscles. Use this as an opportunity to reach out, reconnect. If you feel like you are having some struggles and you just are just not where you want to be, don't be ashamed. We love you guys. I love you guys. I want you guys to win. I want you guys to keep being transparent, but I also want you to think about that baby. You got to have that faith. You got to trust, because I really believe God wouldn't put you in this community. God wouldn't put you in the here and the now if he didn't believe this is where you need to be. You got to believe it. You got to trust it. And no matter what is going around in your surroundings, like I said last week, you guys have to stay tunnel vision. You got to put those blinders on and not worry about what Get Your Mind Right is doing, what Lisa's doing. Because when it's all said and done, we are family. You're a united front, wanting to get to the same goal, and that's to be successful and to use this platform and the income that we're getting from this to sponsor and support and feed into other adventures that we want. But I want you to know, you don't have to do it by yourself. You got a community.